Honey, come here real quick. Okay. I just ground all of this with my KitchenAid grinder, which was really fun.
Holy moly.
I know. It was a half a chuck roll.
Wow.
But it fluffs up. But anyway, I'm making this ground beef for our dog. Steve's not a big fan of ground beef. The more I see in the carnivore groups, the longer you're on it, people want rarer and rarer meat. And they eat only ground red meat raw, a lot of them. They love it, which is really off-putting to me. But will you try this ground beef?
As you look at me, I knew where this was going.
I want to see, let's try it. I've never had raw meat before. Like, I mean, I've had steaks that were the inside's raw, I like that. But I've never had ground beef raw, and I don't know what the appeal is. I like warm, delicious meat, but there's something to this that people love, so let's try it.
Let's make sure we got the same amount. Okay, so just
I mean, I smell it. Smells like nothing.
no taste.
None.
There is no taste.
The lube is dragging around a cord.
That was weird. That was our Luba lawnmower, was dragging something around. And that thing has saved us a lot of money since we got it. I love that lawnmower.
Me too. I can't believe raw meat has no flavor.
None.
And no odor.
None.
So let's try a little bit with some salt on it. You want it?
You don't need more.
I don't know how much to put on there.
Way better. It went from tasting like nothing to tasting like salt. I can see why people would do this. The appeal is...
Not having to cook it?
No, we're lazy, but we're not that lazy.
It's better with salt.
But it isn't
But it's
bad
nothing.
at
There's
all.
no flavor at all.
But that's kind of like...
They eat it
to
room
me, in a way,
temperature.
but I like it in a way like... it's real minimalist.
It
Like
is.
I'm just eating...
You don't lose
to
any
get
ingredients.
Yeah, I'm eating my food, but I'm not cooking it.
It's not really that off-putting other than the thought of it.
Huh.
But
That's interesting.
I
though.
prefer, boy, I love a steak.
Putting salt on it is making...
It's
like
better.
right now, I feel like I would eat more.
You want some more?
No.
It's almost dinner
Because
time.
I'm gonna end up converting to this
No
because
way.
it's simple. I could totally do this.
But do you know how delicious a steak
I know,
is?
I'm
The
just
fat
telling
and the
you.
crust of a steak.
There's people out there, you guys could tell yourself, say this in the comments whether or not you find it easier if eating it's not good or bad. It's just a process, and you don't have to be trying to satisfy something. I don't know how
Well,
to
here's
explain
the
it,
cool
but that's
thing.
appealing to me.
Now, you know
Very
when you do
appealing
a
to me.
drive-by of the fridge and you're like, let me just grab whatever's
This is
in there,
weird.
leftover meat. I'd rather have fresh ground beef in the fridge than a dried out steak piece that nobody ate.
This is very mind-boggling right now. I cannot taste anything.
There's
If I
no
don't-
taste.
If there's no salt on it, I don't taste nothing.
Yeah, and there's no smell, no taste at all.
It
tastes like water.
Say somebody was,
That's weird.
if you're starting carnivore, would you taste this?
Oh,
Like if you, like say you wanted to, let's just, for the sake of argument, let's say you want to lose a bunch of weight, because that's a common one. This doesn't have a flavor, but would it have a flavor if we were just now starting carnivore? There's no
I
flavor.
don't think so.
This
I can't imagine this could
tastes
have a
like
flavor.
nothing.
There's absolutely no flavor whatsoever, but I love the flavor of
How is that
fat.
possible?
Salty fat and salty beef, crusty. So I'm not converting over, but if I was gonna go right by the fridge, pop a meatball in my mouth of this, that's better than having to, if there's nothing else cooked, you know? At least I can get a little handful.
I wish you would have cleaned that thing before you used it.
I did. I did.
This is blowing my mind because it's,
I thought it was
there's
gonna
no
be
flavor.
flavored. I cannot believe there's no flavor.
And There's something I like about that. I don't know what it is, but I could see myself.
Well, you'll be eating it all you want
But
now.
the question is, can I eat a pound of it?
I don't know.
It doesn't have flavor. That's what
I know,
I'm saying.
but even a burger patty size, no, not to me. I couldn't do it.
I eat a pound of steak though.
A pound of
Can
this.
you eat the amount of steak that you eat now? Could you do that?
Let me do a plate and see how big a pound is of this.
It's gonna be a pile of meat.
It is. This is 1 whole pound of meat. There's no way.
You know what? Oh, I think I got to do some research on this because I seriously.
Like the appeal.
I love the steak. Every time we eat, I love it. But this is appealing to me.
I would like that cooked, like a ground beef,
Like a big
you know?
crispy thing? Like,
No, or burger or ground beef, but I don't want to I don't want cold food.
what you're saying, though, doesn't appeal to me. Like, I don't like the idea of...
He doesn't like ground beef.
Well, I'll eat a burger once in a while. Like
Very
put
rarely,
cheese
yeah.
on it. But this...
I bet you've had 5 burgers,
On Carnivore?
not 5 meals of burger, since we've done Carnivore in 2 years.
I think... I'm not going to commit to nothing, but I'm really tempted.
Would you do a half a pound of this and a half a pound of cooked? So you could still have a steak?
If I'm doing this, I'm just doing this. I'm not mixing around. If I decided to go to this, I got to do some research though. I can't believe it. It has no flavor.
None.
But
why would you want to eat anything with no flavor?
Because I'm just putting it in my body
Minimalist.
to get... No, okay, what about this? People buy all these super expensive bars and things like that.
Yeah.
Meat steaks or whatever. You grind this up and throw it in a baggie, go on your hike and eat this.
I don't know if you can have raw if it's not cold. It needs to be cold, I think, to not get the bacteria and all that stuff, right? You don't want it in your backpack.
What's the temperature of this right now? And then you're making
cold.
me eat it?
It's cold. It's frozen. It was frozen almost when I cooked it. So I can't imagine having it be room
So how are the
temperature
people
for
eating it
hours.
raw at home?
They're just eating it from the fridge, I guess. But they do like it room temp. I don't know. You guys who do carnivore and you eat raw, it would be hard to eat a steak raw because the chewing, it would be really hard. You'd have to cut it tiny and then just swallow chunks. Like Putty does that. She eats it raw with chunks.
This is more blowing.
Do you want me to cut you off a chunk and see how?
No.
Let's do it.
No, I am not doing that.
Yeah.
I am not doing it.
What's
Steph.
the difference?
I don't want it. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be a total. But this here, I am curious about. And there's a dog by my feet.
I like it. I like it better like this than ground out.
Let us know if you guys eat this, would eat it, have eaten it. Is this all you eat? And do you
I
do
like it
raw?
like this.
Can I put it back in that thing
Yeah,
now?
I really like it like this. I really like it that way. It has flavor too.
Come here.
Anyway,
Come here.
weird life we have right now. I can't believe I'm just sitting here
Very weird.
munching on raw steak.
We're going to eat all your dog food, Putty. Oh boy.
You like that?
We got another carnivore in the family. Well, I guess she's been a carnivore since
Yeah,
the day
she's been a carnivore.
born.
No. That's it.
All
Okay.
right.
Enjoy your life. Tell us about your carnivore eating. Who's into raw?
Yeah,
And are you
I wanna
eating
know
raw
badly.
pork and raw poultry? You can't. There's salmonella and stuff.
Yeah.
But red beef, red meat.
Let us
fine.
know.
Enjoy your life.